Hey everybody, today I want to make a guide for the new Helltooth Firebats solo Great Rift build. Um, first I will go through the skills, then the items and the cube, and the gear and skills of the Templar, and then I will make a rift for example for the gameplay. So first let's start with the skills. So first of your skills is Haunt with Draining Spirit. You need a Draining Spirit rune for the 12 mana per second, because you gain 12 mana per second per enemy you got haunted. So when you haunt one enemy, you gain 12 mana, for 2 you gain 24 mana per second, and 36 mana per second back. And you need all this mana regeneration to permanently channel your Firebats, because of the Pain Enhancer. You get a lot of attack speed, so you reach a very high breakpoint when you got enough mobs around you. Yeah, and you lose a lot of mana, and you go out of mana really quick without this rune. Then Spirit Walk with Honored Guest. Honored Guest gives you a 20% mana boost every time you activate Spirit Walk, and this is very useful in long boss fights when you play solo. Just activate it every time you got Spirit Walk ready, and it's a good damage boost, because when you got a boss without adds, you go out of mana really quick, because you only gain 12 mana per second back, and the normal mana regeneration you got anything, and this is not enough for permanently channel Firebats. So the boost is really good to take it a little bit longer until you go out of mana. Then Locust Swarm with Cloud of Insects. Cloud of Insect gives you 25% reduced damage to all mobs affected by Locust Swarm, and you gain the Pestilence rune from your Wildlife. So this is the best Locust Swarm rune, because you don't want Locust Swarm to deal damage, just for damage reduction. Then Soul Harvest with Languish rune. Languish rune gives you 10% armor per Soul Harvest stack. You use the Lacumbus Braces and Sacred Harvester, so you can have 10 Soul Harvest stacks. You gain 60% damage reduction from the Lacumbus Braces, and 100% armor from Soul Harvest itself. Then Firebats with Cloud of Bats. Cloud of Bats is the strongest Firebat rune, and Firebats are your main damage dealer in this build. Then you need Wall of Death for your 6-piece Helltooth bonus to gain your damage boost 1400%, and you use the rune Communing with Spirits. Communing with Spirits gives you 25% damage reduction for 3 seconds to all mobs who pass through the Wall of Death. Then your passives. Passives, you use Spirit Vessel just for the normal proc that you can die once. It's always very useful. Then Creeping Death, so that your Haunt and your Locust Swarm last very long, and you don't have to recast them on a mob, because you need them for your Ring of Emptiness damage boost. You deal 300% increased damage to enemies affected by both Haunt and Locust Swarm. That's why you use both Haunt and Locust Swarm, and you need this passive. Else you should have to recast them every 15 or 8 seconds. It would be just a time waste and damage waste. Then Confidence Ritual to deal 25% additional damage to enemies within 20 yards. Yeah, that's just very useful, because you channel your Firebats, and everything you hit with your Firebats is in 20 yards near you, so you deal 25% more damage to everything you hit by your Firebats. Just a 25% damage multiplicator. Then Graven Justice. Graven Justice is very important, not because of the mana. You gain 1% of your maximum life and mana back when you kill an enemy dies within 20 yards. This is not the main reason. You need the cooldown reduction. Your cooldowns are reduced by 1 second every time an enemy dies within 20 yards. You need this to nearly permanently get your Spirit Walk up. In the Rift, normally you want a really great density, a good map, really open map, and then you pull everything together really much, and then you want an elite pack inside. You haunt everything, you Locust Swarm everything, And then you stand inside, channel your bats, and most of the mob types and elite packs are knockbacking you, or frozen you, or nightmares you. Yeah, and all these effects are all damage based because you get stunned all the time, get knockbacked all the time, you can't really deal damage, and that's why you need Graven Justice to just permanently use Spirit Walk. We want everything to die really, really fast. We need really much trash to just then permanently use Spirit Walk while channeling your Firebats. That's why Graven Justice is very important in this build. Yeah. That were the skills. Now go through this cube and the items. First start with the cube. Your weapon slot in the cube, you use the Staff of Chiropetra. It makes it your Firebats attack 100% faster and cost 75% less mana. Yeah, your Firebats are your main damage dealer, so it's a damage boost when they attack faster, and you need the mana reduction to channel them longer. Then Coils of First Spider. Coils of First Spider gives you 30% damage reduction and 80,000 life per hit while channeling Firebats. This is your whole healing, plus the healing you gain from your Templar. That's not very much. Your main healing comes from your Coils of First Spider, and its extra damage reduction, 30%. Yeah, but the most important reason is the life per hit. Then Ring of Emptiness for 300% increased damage to all enemies who are haunted and locust swamped. Yeah, just the damage multiplicator, the strongest ring Witch Doctor got. Yeah. Then use all the 6 pieces of the Helltooth set. On your legs and on your helmet you want Firebat damage. Yeah, on your pants you want nothing special. On your breast you want elite damage reduction to gain less damage from the boss and elite affixes like Arcane or Frozen Pulse. All this hits very hard, so elite damage reduction on your breast is very, very good. Then on your gloves you want crit hit damage, crit chance, and area damage. Area damage is also really strong because you hit very much with the Firebats, because it got very high area, so area damage is really, really strong in this build. Then your shoulders, you want also area damage. You don't need to reduce cooldown, I just don't found better shoulders this season. You want percent life on your shoulders. You want intelligence, vitality, percent life, and area damage. On your legs you want intelligence, vitality, and armor like I got. Yeah. Yeah, and on your helmet you want crit chance, Firebats damage, intelligence. And on your legs you want intelligence, vitality, armor, and Firebats damage. Those are the best sets. Then as weapon you use the Sacred Harvester. My Sacred Harvester is really crappy. You don't want vitality. Normally you want area damage instead of vitality on your Harvester. Yeah, you need the Harvester for more toughness from your Lacumbus Braces and from Soul Harvest itself. Yeah, your Helltooth set is your main damage dealer, that's why you use your main damage multiplicator, that's why you use the Helltooth set. Gains you 1400% for your Firebats. Then Vilehive. Use Vilehive because you gain the Pestilence rune for Locust Swarm, so it spreads around very fast, so that you really quick gain the 25% reduced damage to all enemies. Yeah, and you want it with Firebat damage and area damage like I got here. Yeah, would be the best. Then as a belt, use the Bakuli Jungle Wraps. Firebats deal 200% increased damage to enemies affected by Locust Swarm or Piranhas. Use Locust Swarm this build, so yeah, all enemies are affected by Locust Swarm and you deal just 200% increased damage because of this build. It's an extra damage multiplicator. Then as the rings, you want got Unity. You also use Unity on your Templar for 50% damage reduction, because 50% of all your damage taken goes through to the Templar, and the Templar cannot die, and he cannot take damage, so he cannot let you get damage, but you let him get damage and he cannot die. So you just gain 50% less damage. I also would prefer to use Unity and not use Ring of Emptiness and Cube Unity, because with Unity you got an extra elite multiplicator, the up to 15% increased damage against elites. It's an extra multiplicator. You kill faster elites, you kill faster the boss, so it's better than area damage or intelligence here. Then as the other ring, use the Compass Rose and the Traveler's Pledge, the Endless Walk set. Yeah, normally you want the Compass Rose with crit chance, crit damage, and area damage, and intelligence. I got percent life because I also don't find a better one yet. Yeah, Traveler's Pledge. You want fire damage, 5 skill damage increase, crit chance and crit damage on your amulet like I got here. Yeah, those are the items and cube. So let's go through the skills and the items of the Templar, because this is also very important. But first, before I go through the skills and the items of the Templar, I explain the legendary gems because I've got them. Use the Bane of the Trapped for an extra damage multiplicator, because the enemies are on the RC seat, because of the second effect of the Bane of the Trap, because they are slowed when they're within 15 yards, so it's just another damage multiplicator. Then Bane of Stricken to gain extra damage against the Rift Guardians and to stack up your damage while you attack. Just a normal gem you use in every solo build. And then the Pain Enhancer for the increased attack speed when enemies bleed within 20 yards. Yeah, you want this to increase the attack speed of your Firebats and to reach a high breakpoint. I don't explain the breakpoints now. I think there are other videos or forums where you can search about this, but it just lets your Firebats attack faster, so it deals more damage, like that. Then let's go through the Templar and the Templar skills now. So, now I go quick through the skills and the items of the Templar. First the items. Use your fellow cannot die item, Thunder Fury, Unity, Est of Johan, Oculus Ring, and Freeze of Deflection. Cannot die item, yeah, you need this so that your Templar cannot die. You need a Unity for 50% damage reduction because you also wear Unity. Thunder Fury, because with Thunder Fury the Templar slows the attack speed of the mobs. Then the Oculus Ring, because Templars sometimes let the Oculus field spawn. You want the Oculus Ring with 85%, because then you gain 85% increased damage when you stand inside the Oculus field. When you see one near you and you can move in it, you also always move inside the Oculus field. Very, very important. Then Freeze of Deflection. Blocking attack has a chance to freeze the attacker for 1.4 seconds. Also very good that the Templar sometimes freezes the mobs, freezes the boss and everything. Best shield for the Templar. You roll block chance on his shield and his Templar item. It's also good that he more often blocks. Then as the amulet, use the Ass of Johan, and the Ass of Johan is the most important item on the Templar, because that's the only pull you got. You got no skill, no tornado, nothing else to pull all together. You just can aggro everything with your Locust Swarm or your Haunt, but that's not a really good pull. They just don't come close enough that your area damage can proc really, really good. So you always stand on the Templar, that when he procs the Ass of Johan, you are inside the pull and deal most damage with the Firebats you can, because you hit most mobs you can. You also roll attack speed on every item and cooldown reduction on every item of the Templar you got, so that he attacks faster and more often procs the Ass of Johan, and cooldown reduction that he more often can use his heal and his charge skill. Yeah, then the skills, use the heal skill for healing on the Templar, 190k. It's very, very nice. Then loyalty for life regeneration. You just use your loyalty because the other rune is not very good, because it lets the Templar slow enemies so they don't camp fast enough, and that's very, very bad. Then charge, so the Templar sometimes stuns enemies and stuns the boss, also very good. And inspire for mana regeneration, also very good at the boss fight where you go out of mana sometimes. That were the skills and the items of Templar. So let's start Great Rift to show you, for example, the gameplay. But first, I forgot about the Paragon points. This is also very important because you need to put some Paragon points into Vitality. You need to test this a little bit. It depends on what Great Rift level you want to clear. For example, when I want to clear something between 80 and 85, I go up to 850k life. Last season, when I did my rank 1 with Great Rift 99, I went up to 1 million life because on 99 the mobs hit very very hard. You need to test a little bit how you survive some bosses or some elite affixes, if you can stand an arcane laser or if you can stand a frozen pulse and how much vitality you need. Yeah, just need to test a little bit around. But the normal life you got from your armor shouldn't be enough. I would get under 800k, and that's not enough to, yeah, survive some affixes. So I need to spend 400 points here. Yeah. That's also something I wanted to say first. Let's do a Great Rift 80 to show you the gameplay and the whole build, how it works. So that's a bad map because you don't got enough space to pull enough. So first, very important that you get your soul harvest stacks and your set bonus, 6p set bonus up, so you gain damage reduction from the Helltooth set and damage reduction from the soul harvest. Then first use Locust Swarm on everything, and then start haunting everything. Locust Swarm so that you gain damage reduction and a damage boost from the With Emptiness. Haunt everything that you gain your mana regeneration, and then search for the Templar on the map. Got a little point on the map where a Templar is, stand on him and start channeling bats. Yeah, you see now he procced the As of Johan and pulled the pack to me. Cast enough taunt so that every mob got haunted, you gained a damage boost from the Ring of Emptiness. Always keep up your Soul Harvest, your damage reduction set bonus from the Helltooth set. Locust Swarm this, Locust Swarm this. Everything comes a little bit closer. Then stand on the Templar. He's standing in this pull right now. Yeah, now I got knockbacked. Stand inside, start channeling bats. Use Spirit Walk every time Spirit Walk is ready, so they can't get knockbacked. I got first knockback by this pack. Yeah, knockbacked again because I got no more trash. Normally I should move now, but the pack is very low, so I quick kill it and start moving now. Because you always need a lot of trash to kill mobs for knockbacking you. Because you can't fight a single mob who got some knockback effect or just knockbacks you with a normal hit. Like Unbrits or Grotesques, they can knockback you with a normal hit. And haunt again everything. Stand on the Templar, start channeling your Firebats. Set your Wall of Death always under you, because then all mobs around you gain the deal death damage from the Wall of Death. So don't cast Wall of Death somewhere and then start channeling, always under your feet. Locust Swarm to aggro everything. Make really, really great pulls so that your area damage can work very good. And haunt everything. Stand on the Templar, start channeling bats. And that's how you do it in the whole Rift. And yeah, permanently click your Spirit Walk. Yeah, and that's how the whole build works. So just let me finish the whole Rift. And then I come to the boss fight. That's also a mob you can really fight really good, because the Death Maiden knockbacks me and I don't get enough trash around it to permanently use my Spirit Walk. Meldots always also knockback you. Angels are knockbacking you. All mobs are knockbacking you. There's only one mob type where you get no knockback. That's Seraphs and Zombies. But this mob type don't get a lot of progress. So then inside, try to start churning bats. Use your Spirit Walk to dodge the effects. It's very annoying when you get knockback or Wormhole like I got all the time, or you get nightmares all the time. Yeah. But if you got a really good density, like in an Ariad Crater or a Silver Spire, it's very easy to dodge everything with your Spirit Walk. And then it's very comfortable. You stand there, channel your bat, chill in your Spirit Walk. You cannot die. You cannot get knockbacked. And that's the best times in the build. This is a very crappy rift. No good density, very bad mobs. Ooh, Melodorts, nice. Let me try to get a Melodorts. Ah, no. Melodorts are too annoying with their knockback. So, Locust Swarm. Try to aggro everything. Pull it all together. So I can die in one pull. Search for the Templar on the map. And start chanting bats again. Sometimes you will see that the Templar won't proc the Airs of Turin. It's very annoying, but that's just unlucky. Because there's always just a chance that he puts everything together with the amulet. Yeah, when you get stuck, just try always to move, that you gain your the increased damage from the Endless Walk set while moving, so that you don't die when you get stuck. Also, start channeling bats when you get stuck, so that you start healing yourself and gain the damage reduction from the coils of the first spider. Nightmares. In the description I will also put a link to my Graduate 99 last season, so that you can see the whole gameplay in a really good Rift and how it works in endgame. Speed pattern very good for high breakpoint, and that you can move through the mobs. It's speed pylons are just very bad at the end of the rift for the boss fight. So be careful with taking speed pylons at the boss, because when you get a boss without ads, you just permanently go out of mana with a speed pylon. So speed pylon for the boss is useless, this build. Except when you got Saxtress or Binder or Brandy, something with ads. Then you can use speed pylon. Oh, also, what I forgot, when lead pack got Illusionist, you always have to recast your Haunt and recast your Locust Swarm, because they lose Haunt and Locust Swarm when they start illusioning. Also, the Butcher as the boss, he loses Haunt and Locust Swarm every time he tries and one charge. When he's glowing, he loses all his dots. And also enemies who are disappearing, like the snakes or the terror demons, they also will use Haunt and Locust Swarm when they start disappearing, so you have to recast it. Untitled Pylon, yeah, I just finished the rift. 100, doing some trash. Yeah, lead pack. Ah, that's the last one. Yeah. I fade the conduit a little bit. So what Rift Guardian do we got? Stone Singer. Stone Singer is a Rift Guardian who knockbacks you. Also not very good. So just give the boss Haunt and Locust Swarm. Also give Haunt ads to the boss ads when you got ads. You get more mana regeneration. Then just start channeling. Yeah, avoid attacks that you can't survive. Like me right now. Audits are hitting very, very hard. So just let the Templar be a little human shield for you. He can get a lot hits. Yeah, that was too much. Stone Singer OP. Also set your Wall of Death under the boss. He deals less damage. Use the Oculus Fields, deal more damage. And the boss will die really quick. Yeah. And that was the gameplay of the Helltooth Firebat build in solo. I hope I don't forget anything, so hope you enjoyed it and have fun with this build. So, see ya.